Hello, I'm Ron Windred, talking to you today about meditation, or more specifically, preparation for meditation. If you are learning or you've been taught how to meditate properly, you don't need these preparation techniques to be successful in your meditation process. But these really add to it. Like anything, if you prepare and make ready, it makes for a much better experience. Some of the ways that you can prepare I have touched upon previously, but I'll just quickly recap, is to have a dedicated space and a dedicated time for your meditation. That's as much as possible. So that if you can meditate in the same room, in the same chair, at the same time, this builds up a big positive energy force and a habit force that works to your benefit and advantage. If you can't do this in the same place, same time every day, well, what you can do is use something like a shawl or a blanket to put over the chair that you meditate in, or on the floor if you sit cross-legged on the floor, so that you can take that with you, which gives a point of continuity for your meditation process. Now, some of the other ways that you can prepare is to have a dedicated space, like a little altar in the area, and I'm not going to go into great detail on this, except to say that it just needs to be an area or a small table, like a coffee table for example, or a small round table that you can put personal effects on. It may have some sort of religious deity, although that's not necessary, but if that's important because of your religious practice, obviously you'd have it there. Could have some family photos, maybe even a photograph of yourself, some personal effects. You might have some feathers. If you're going to use flowers, make sure they're always fresh. Don't allow flowers to die out on your altar. And whatever you want there, some feathers, whatever. Now, that's just basically some of the gathering the space, if you like, that sort of preparation, making sure we're in the best possible physical space. Now, other things that you might like to do might be to light a candle or put on some gentle background music, and now obviously is the time that you do that before you start. So that's all prepared and ready. Then you sit down to go into your meditation process, which a lot of people can just do straight up. So I know I'm repeating that, but I just want to make the point that this is preparation that is important but not essential. Now moving into some techniques. One technique is to just sit quietly in the chair for a few minutes and just cause yourself to relax as much as possible. Then after this few minutes, just give yourself a mental note that you're now going to formally start your meditation. So you transition from that, what is just a relaxation technique, into a meditation technique. Even though deep relaxation is one of the benefits of meditation and one of the goals, it's not what it's all about. It's just a part of it. So we're using relaxation as a preparation step to go into as deep a possible meditation as we can. Another technique that you can use is to take a few deep breaths. So that sitting down comfortably, you just draw in as much breath as you can in through your nose, preferably, and just let it back out again. So you're breathing in. A deep abdominal breath so that you're pushing out through the stomach and the rib cage is expanding after that, and you're filling the upper lung so that you get as much air in as possible without over-forcing. Some people like to hold it for a few seconds. That's okay, but there's no need. You can just transition once you've got that full breath out into a expelling the breath. I got caught there, sorry. But you're removing the breath out of your system. Just do that a few times. That'll just take you into a nice deep state. Now, you can add another element to that, and that is to breathe in and let the breath out with a sigh. And as you breathe out with the sigh, just allow all the physicality, just allow the muscles to just drop, relax, shoulders go down just into a nice comfortable position so that you can get as comfortable and relaxed as you can. And I suggest no more than 3 deep breaths. That's always sufficient for the job. So we've got sitting down relaxing, then we can do breathing. Now, some people also like to chant before they start their meditation. And sometimes some people confuse chanting with meditation, but here we're using it as a preparatory technique. So that if there's some favorite form of chanting, a few minutes of chanting just before you formally start your meditation program can be very, very beneficial. If you want to chant for longer, like if you've got the time and you're used to chanting for 20-30 minutes, by all means do so. Then go into your meditation. I find most people in today's society just don't really have that sort of time to do the two together. So that's basically it. Another one that you can do, that I just remembered, is just to walk around for a little while before you start your meditation. Just the physical activity of just walking, even if you just walk, for example, here where I'm sitting out in the garden, I could just walk in circles around the chair for just a few minutes and just empty my mind as much as possible, and then sit down and start my meditation. Now, if you'd like to combine all of these, by all means, there's no reason why you can't. You could go for a little walk around the chair, sit down, you could chant, or you could chant while you're walking, then you could take a few deep breaths, and you could sigh. And then once you've finished your preparation techniques, just allow yourself to make that mental note that I'm now moving into my meditation, and start your particular meditation technique. Thank you, that does it for today. Bye.